I read that piece. I didn't take it seriously. My people did. I wasn't bothered. The only part that was a bit sad for me, that was my personal name was mentioned. My name was mentioned specifically in the report. The one from your company, right? Yeah, that was a part that I felt. It gave me the impression that maybe something else is amiss. Because as a person, as an individual, I don't do projects. And then, by the way, one of the things I didn't tell you guys is that in the course of my business, I also felt the need to study law. And I studied law, and I graduated with first class again. So my preliminary understanding of company law is that if there's a transaction on a company, it deals with the company. It is only when there is need, to pull the veil and then you do the lifting of the veil. But I will address it since it has come up here. My people were a bit worried. I wasn't worried because, first of all, the first thing I got, can you call my second? Rita. The first thing, because to address this, I may need to show some evidence. The first thing I got was, the first point on that publication was that an attempt was made to locate my office, and that somehow the report ended up that they couldn't find my office, right? That they couldn't find my office. And so when I read that, I felt, no, this is not, this must be some kind of either a joke or a mischief. Because I've been in this office for going to 20 years. At least I've been here for like 15 years. This same office and this whole floor. And so it's not as if, and I don't know how that would have been so. So I have an office. The report said that they were not able to locate my office. So you can see that this is my office. So when we finish, I can also invite you to my own personal office, inside there. Remind me. I didn't want to discuss this, really. But I don't want to keep quiet, especially since the premium person has said something. Because if I do, then it means that I don't have a defense. Yeah. So the first thing was the office. I have an office. At least that is clear, right? Okay. The second thing that was raised was that we don't have a functional website. I will show the website. I will call them my people will open the website so that we'll see the website. The third issue, if I remember, that was raised was that the training was not done, and that we just went around and had meetings. That's another thing that I felt that is mischief. The reason why I am thinking differently was that there was a report, there was a statement on that report that efforts to reach me failed. I want to confirm to you that there was indeed an effort from a number to reach me from Premium Times. I was in the UK. Because in life you must be as straightforward as anything. I didn't see that. It wasn't recorded, but there was a proper message from Premium Times requesting that they are looking into this contract. In any event, I don't have a contract, but that was a proper message, which I only saw yesterday or day before yesterday, when it was prompted that the message was sent to me. So the number was sent to me. I saved that number. I clicked on it. I saw the message. So it was that part happened. That was the only correct part of that report that I was reached out. So I also felt that if Premium Times had made that effort, then I wouldn't go ahead to say there was bad faith. So, but I needed to explain and show evidence that this is what happened. And for me also, I would rather have had this conversation with Premium Times, show them evidence they want and all that. But because a Premium Time person is here and he has raised it, I think I need to respond. So that was what happened. The project was done. There are two components to this project. I don't have a contract. It wasn't a contract. I have a university, I told you people. And students from all manner of countries are in my university. And when they enroll, the enrollment, even if it's a sponsorship enrollment, it's not a contract. Because you need to enroll for you to study. So it's not like the regular contract that you get to do, and then the terms are different. This one is a service. You need to pay your school fees, sort of, for you to get anywhere. So, and the letter of engagement was very clear. There was no place contract was stated. I will show you. My acceptance of that engagement letter was also very clear. Now, there are two components of engagement, two services to be rendered. One is the training of all the directors of ICTs and deputy directors of ICTs across all the tertiary education tertiary institutions in Nigeria, to train this caliber of staff from the institutions. This goes across universities, this goes across polytechnics and colleges of education. It was stated in the letter. And it was also stated that this is going to be a full session, 10 months. And then, if you go to the website, there is price, because there are individuals consuming this course even before this engagement. There are Nigerians who are consuming this course, who has gone through this course, who paid independently to consume them. And we have evidence of what they have paid. Now, when we made this, like this conversation I had with two people, I've been championing this for years now. And when I made it, not only to Tedfund, I've made it to police, I've made it to a couple of places to say, we need to begin to give our people skill. And that will help people not to be so mean, because you know you have skill, then you don't need to try to eat from where you're, because no matter what happens, you will have a skill that will keep you going. That was my message, and that I've been consistent with that. So we had 502 directors and deputy directors. Because there are 200 and, I think 251 thereabout or 241, but total is 502. Now Tedfund said they had what they call, they use one specific term, but the bottom line is like a consolidated structure, where they will negotiate for services, and every institution will benefit from that negotiated service. So if this phone now is 100 naira, they will now say, instead of giving a institution, we'll take 500 of this phone, but we'll buy it at 3 naira. Then, so that other institutions will benefit and key into it and use the functionalities. So I refused, because it was a ridiculous pricing model. I refused. I said it went back and forth and all that. And then, because what we had is an MOU, which stipulates that this program will run for like 3 years. So the argument was, you have not done this, you have some time, and if the program is okay, even if you lose in 2 years, maybe the 3rd year you will get something. But this project, I did it at a loss, and I can show evidence. And it's so painful that for a project I did at a loss, my name is being carried in a way and manner is being done. So we had these participants. Part of the point that was raised that there was no participant. We have the participants, right? Was that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have participants.
But the report said there was no participant.
The report said there was no participant. That's what I'm saying. So it was so painful. That's what I'm saying. Because we not only have participants, we have their signatures. And we not only have participants and their signatures. This training, the first part of the training, we did 502 I told you about, was done across 6 locations in Nigeria. I personally visited all of them. And then I saw in that report that what happened was there was a meeting that I was going around with. That one is a pure case of mischief. I was going around with some Tedfund officials. I'm too busy. I have about 15 external trips to make. I've not had time to make them. Then I will have time to be jumping up and down with a civil servant. For what? What do I benefit in doing that? But I have a project that I am personally committed to, and I proposed, and I've been campaigning for, and I needed to let the directors of ICTs and the deputy directors of ICTs to know that your role is not just to sit back. You need, because the truth of the matter, and I can also show you, if you like, I told you we are planning a big training. I will also show you, in fact, after this, I will show you. We have to go back to that training. I get some of my trainers here. We'll do a recap. You see the kind of training we did. So that some of you who are tech savvy can evaluate that training. We generated manual for all of them. So it's not just it's not a hook watch. Now, we had these participants, and they attended each region. All the participants in that zone attended the training religiously 5 days. So we have reports day by day. This is our interim. We submitted this in January. The requirement of that training is that we should submit interim report until we complete. As I'm talking to you, in the name of everything that is good, I'm at a loss in this. But I wasn't bothered because it's like passion for me. So I'm going to send this down. Just have a look at it. You see, we gave data, those that participated every day, how many people came, and then it will be followed with the signature of the participants. Because you come, you sign. Now, there's another thing. That's a very painful thing that happened, which is why I feel so sad about this. You don't blame journalists when they write reports, because you need to be a saint to decipher the source of your information. However, as far as I'm concerned, the fact that the effort was made to reach me, I'm satisfied. But it's also important that the whole issue is streamlined. In this report, which I want you to go, we are not only showing figure or text, we are also showing photos. We have the video of everything. Please, can we go? This was the one. Another report will be due in July, sorry. No, let it go around. Let everybody see it. Okay, this is attendance list. We have attendance list zone by zone. This is Southwest. And even within the zone, we have the attendance list state by state. Signature, everything, phone number, name. Please, this is Southwest. Please, this is my internal copy, so when you finish, you return to me. So that tomorrow, in case somebody will say something else, let me have my copy to show. This is Southwest, this is South-South. This is Northeast. Northeast. So, you see, on the distance, you see the one. You see the one? Can you see those who have this? And then you see the state. Not just so. Every institution from that state the participants will sign. Now, there's an interesting thing that happened. When we finished this, We're about to start the training. Now, Tedfund said that they made commitment that transport, per diem, and all that will be paid by Tedfund. That is our responsibility. I said, I'm done. I don't want to do this. I said, I don't want to do it. How? They said, no. That these people have to vote, even in the zone, that they have to be paid transport and all that. We paid. It's just so painful. If I'm not a true Nigerian, I feel like, you know, I am as I'm saying this, I'm beginning to hurt. I'm hurting. We paid each person, each participant. This is evidence of payment. Each and every participant got 325,000 naira. 100,000 transport, 225 per diem. All of them are here with the evidence from the same account. This account, they are flashing.